I'm making another response video. I feel I need to say something. Um, Here it is. There are no rules in what you owe uh, anyone in the community as far as YouTube videos or Facebook attendance. People um, who we love and value, and those of us who are wired. Actually, I'm wired to not feel pressure from outside, or I just go wiggy. I just go, screw it, I don't want to play that game. But that's the way I am. Now, there's also that part of me that really wants to be liked and accepted and received. And so that person was a people pleaser, or we get in our heads the things we think we owe somebody. Um, and let me say this. There are some wonderful people here who give and give and give and give. There are people here who give more than they need to, and in many circumstances, to the deficit of family or or work or self-care. Think about it. Think about it. Did I not say from the beginning of my videos, this process of losing weight and creating yourself into a whole new person, recreating yourself, has got to begin with self-care. Self-care is not selfish. So why would we take one more big burden and put on ourselves that keeps us from practicing self-care? Behind the family, behind the husband, behind the housework, behind the workload, outside of the home workload. Let's not add on compulsory video making to the point where you have no time for anything else, and then you've got to respond to everything everybody writes, and then you've got to respond to everybody else's and watch 400 videos a week. And let's just say, and that doesn't even begin to scratch the surface on Facebook if you're in your own page or several groups, etc., etc., etc. Well, I'm declaring it Independence Day for all weight loss surgery people who started off making a channel, who are who benefited from making their own journey story and sharing it with people, much like my attitude was about the whole thing. Did I ever do a lot of contests? No. No problem. If you want to do contests, go ahead. Did I give stuff away? No, I didn't do that either. This was not about that. This wasn't about getting on the CBS lineup for prime time. This was about what worked for me. So it wasn't about brownie points or numbers. Thank you for all those subs I have. It's not that I don't count you as a number. I count you as people. But so none of that was in my radar. In the very beginning, that insecurity factor enters in, and I go, Rosemary, how do you get more subs? I'm just starting. I'm a baby, and I want to feel loved, and you want to feel like you're saying something and someone's listening to. And so you think a little bit about the numbers, because if you make the effort and you've got 5 people watching, you start to think whatever. But the bottom line is, everything grows in its own pace. And if you've got a lot of people that follow you, it means you're doing something right. If you've got nobody following you, it doesn't mean you're not worthy, but or valuable or have an important voice to share, but people haven't found you yet. Or maybe you're not as interesting in this format as you think you are. So don't take that personally. Some people should be writing. Some people can be plugged in on forums. People can be plugged in on Facebook. Not everybody with a camera needs to come into this thinking, I must have a mega dynasty of video followers behind me, or I have failed. You know what? You're not here for this. You're here to get healthy. You're here to use this as a tool to express yourself, to ruminate, to think out loud, to share some breakthroughs, and hopes that someone else will find them and get something out of it. We're not here for anything else. And now we can give more. I mean, Rosemary does for herself, but she also responds to a lot of questions. That's a whole nother kettle of fish. Rosemary is a unique individual. Rosemary gives herself to this. She does have some balance in her life. She does mornings and she does evenings when Blue Eyes is watching TV. And in between, she's cleaning her house. She's cleaning somebody else's house. She's cooking his meals. She's doing her exercise. She's talking on the phone to me and Connie and Tony and whoever else. She talks to a million people on the phone. So the point being, I hate to see someone I love, who shall remain nameless, and you know who you are, and you probably want to see this because you're taking a time out from Facebook and YouTube. Anybody else thinking about doing this, let me tell you what I think about taking a time out. I think timeouts are good. I think reassessing on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis is good. However, much like we have to take responsibility on how well we're using our tool or rocking our journey and our weight loss success and our exercise and transforming ourselves into a new person, we must take responsibility for how we manage our time with Facebook and YouTube and our real life. It is difficult sometimes, and there are seasons to be more into YouTube and make videos, and there are seasons when you're not as much visible. Um, and you will find them coming and going in your journey from beginning, surgery, losing, maintenance. What the heck have I got to say? I'm 2 years out, 2.5 years out, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you get that. There are no regulations. Yes, I know in a perfect world, we could you could comment to everybody's comment. I do not, I had a point in the last 2 years where I reached a point where I couldn't do that anymore. That it doesn't that I didn't, and I've said this before. I appreciate what people have to say to me. I feel like it's a conversation. I've said something, they said something back. Sometimes a little private message them. Sometimes I'll say something. But don't think that I don't read them. Don't think that they don't get inside my skin and feel good and help me keep going. And I try to, rather than spend time doing that, I spend time looking for other people and trying to speak into their journey too, because then that's building them up. So to stop, there's only so much time, only so many hours in the day, only so much emotional energy we have to expend. And I think, much like the weight loss journey itself, the YouTube and Facebook journey experience that works together with that has to be balanced. We do not have to put onerous burdens on ourselves that then make us feel like we need to crawl away because we're exhausted and we're spent and we can't keep up under the burden of needing to make a video every 2 or 3 days, to think of something new and funny, some gimmick, something. We don't have to do anything except just be ourselves and try to remember what we got here for in the first place, which was our journey to get healthy. So I agree. When so much time is spent online and you're sitting down and you're not exercising and maybe not making good food choices or whatever our problems are, that's because we have imbalance, or if there's strife in our marriage or strife in our family or whatever, I get that. But remember, no one said you have to do, you know, juggle 10 balls while standing on one foot, while making a video, while giving something away or whatever. Just be yourself. Take your pack off, people. Take your pack off. Take your pack off. I love you. You come back when you're ready. It is about you and your journey. So maybe just scale back on your energies that you feel the need to make so much for so many and to support so many, on top of trying to make videos and do Facebook groups, which I love, by the way, and stuff like that. Just be you. Just be you, because you're enough just as you are to come on in and hang out. Okay? It's about you and your journey, doing what's best for you. If this is best for you right now, go, girl. Go. Go and do, and be happy with who you are. But if you feel unplugged too much from the support you are used to, I fear for that for you. So let us not unplug to the point that we spiral down, because then we no longer feel the support. Get what you need to get. Be a lurker if you need to be a lurker. That's okay to be a lurker for a season. It's okay to lurk occasionally. It isn't tit for tat. It isn't just about let me support the community so much that I get the Mother Teresa Award, which is, no, I don't mean that it's like you think about that. I'm just saying none of us have to be all that in a bag of chips to hold this community up by itself, because all together we're the community. A little of everybody, and we're all stronger for it. We can't lose the big guns when they buckle under the pressure. So release the pressure, everybody. Release your pressure. Go in peace. And Just be yourself and make your vids when you feel like it. And do your Facebook when you feel like it, but be a lurker if you need to. We don't got to do it all perfect 100% of the time. And remember, it was all about you having surgery, working a tool, and being healthy. All the rest is gravy. Okay? Love you guys. And whatever you need to take from that, everybody else, you take from that whatever you need. This is Sally, Cabernet Queen, signing out for June 1st. I think I've made too many videos today, which I haven't done in forever. I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace out.